Good afternoon, students. Today we will start our ball poem. As you know, the ball poem is written by John Byman and he is an American poet. The ball poem John Byman was an American poet and a scholar who became known for his work in the confessional school of poetry. Confessional School of Poetry. Right? He attended South Kent School, Columbia University, and University of Cambridge. So this is the important point that you have to remember that he is an American poet and the scholar also. We can call the PhD research persons as a scholar also. And he attended in the South Kent, the University of Cambridge. His most famous book is The Dream Song. You have to remember this also, that he has written the most famous book, that is The Dream Song. Barron endured a tragic event at the age of 12 when his father committed suicide. Now, when he was only 12 years old, his father committed suicide outside his window, which deeply affected him. He laterly adopted his stepfather's surname when his mother remarried. Despite the challenges he faced, Byron's achieved significant recognition for his poetry. Winning both the Pulitzer Prize, he has won the Pulitzer Prize for the poetry and the National Book Award for poetry. Okay, for both for only writing about the poetry, he has won two prizes, namely Pulitzer Prize and the book novel and the National Book Award. Okay, the poet John Byron thought his poem, the ball poem, has described the reality of life which everyone has to face one day. So, in the ball poem, what he has written? He has written the reality of the life. He has touches the topic of how to stand up against the misery and sorrow of life. Can I tell you a little bit about the ball poem? This is all about the John Barryman, and now we will discuss about the ball poem, that what he has written into the ball poem. Do you remember that what we have to remember from about the poet? That he was an American poet. He is scholar also. He studied in the University of Cambridge, and the most famous book is The Dream Song. And at the age of 12 years old, 12 years, his father committed suicide, and he adopted the surname of his stepfather, and then he won two prizes for the poetry writing, that is the Pulitzer Prize and the National Book Award. Okay, and then the ball poem write about the reality of the world. The ball poem. The poet is talking about a little boy who has lost his ball. He was playing with his ball. The ball skipped from his hand and went into the nearby water body. Now, the ball poem is suppose a boy is playing with a ball and that ball is skipped from his hands and then fallen into the water body, means somewhere into the gutter, etc., etc. The poet says that the sight of the boy losing his favorite ball, because that ball is his favorite ball and he is little bit, what we can say, little bit tensed because of his ball, right? The poet says that the sight of the boy losing his favorite ball made up him think about the boy and his reaction to this situation. Which kind of reaction he is facing at that particular time? Let us discuss. He further says that the boy was helpless looking into the water when his ball has gone. Now, near that particular water body, near that gutter, the boy gone, and he is about to search his ball, but ball is nowhere. He is not able to see ball, so he is helpless. Right? There are written water bodies, and there is losing of his favorite ball. He was sad and was trembling with fear. He got so immersed in his sorrow that he kept standing near the harbor for a very long time. He got so immersion sorrow means he is somewhere lost it in the sorrow that he keeps standing near the harbor. I told you when I am teaching you the particular poem, what is the name of that poem? Fog poem. They are written that fog is all over the harbor and as well as the city. So you know the meaning of the harbor? For a long time and kept on looking for his long. The poet says that he could console him, that he may get new ball. The poet is saying here like this, that I can go there and give us some kind of sympathy to the child, that oh, it's okay, if the ball is lost, I will get a new ball, like that, a similar ball, okay, whatever you have lost it, okay, then but he could also give him some money to buy another ball. He can do the one more thing, that he can give money just to buy the new ball. But he stops himself for doing so because he thinks that the money may bring a new ball, but will not bring the memories and feelings attached to the lost ball. Right, beta? What the poet is saying? Poet is saying like this, I can give him a kind of a sympathy and I can give him a money, but that particular ball will never return back. So with the money, we can buy the new one, but we can't be spare ourselves with the past memories. Right? He further says that the time he come for the boy to learn his responsibility. Now, this is the right time to remember to learn his own responsibilities. Here, the poet wants to say that now the boy will learn the toughest lesson of the life. Why the toughest lesson? Why the hard lesson of his life? The lesson of accepting the harsh reality of life, that one day we will lose our loved ones and our loved things. One day we are going to lose our loved one people's, loved one things, etc., etc. Right? So this is a particular message given by the poet John Barrowman. Now, in the poem, a young boy. Now, what is the message here? What is the theme here? We can say it theme as well as message. Why? Because the boy experiences the profound loss of his beloved ball, which holds significance, sentimental value to him, because he is having some kind of feeling with that particular ball and that ball got lost at somewhere. When the boy unexpectedly rolls away from him and bounces into the water. While playing, he unexpectedly rolls away the ball and the ball falls into the gutter itself. So, it represents more than just the physical loss of a toy. This is not a physical loss of a toy, but it is a physical loss that now this is a time that he has to remember his responsibilities. He has to remember that thing, that one day we are going to lose our favorite things, our favorite peoples, our favorite toy. To the boy, the ball is cherished, possession, deeply entwined with memories of joy days spent playing with it, while others might perceive the loss as insignificant to the boy. It carries immense emotional weight. This simple event serves as a poignant reminder of the attachment we form to objects and the memories they evoke. Right, students? Now, I think you are familiar with the theme, with the message, and with the poet also. I told you from where the poet is. Poet is an American, and he got the two prizes just because of the writing of the poem. And when he was only 12 years old, his father committed suicide. That is also a difficult phase of life to him. Now, the boy is very much troubled at the loss of his ball. Now, the theme, the message is continue here that when the ball lost it, he is little bit tensed and plunged into the grief. Grief means sad. He stands stiff and trembling while staring at the ball. He is upset as he looks into the gloomy water because why he has sad the gloomy water? Gloomy means sad, but here gloomy means flowing water. FLOWING, flowing water because it has been with him for a long time. When the ball bounces into the water, all his memories of the childhood days flash into the front of him. Whenever someone lost from our life, gone away into the into the heaven, then we remember all the good things about that particular person. That's why the boy is also remembering here all those memories about related to the ball only. All the memories of the childhood days flashes in front of him. Moreover, the poet does not offer him money to buy another because that would be worthless. Any person can't be replaced by any other person. That is only a worthless thing. That is only a worthless thinking of a person, that they think like this, that any person can be replaced by the another person. Nobody can be replaced by the any person. The boy can't find his ball in a gloomy water. This is when he gets his first sense of responsibility. The poet suggests that from the loss of the boy is learning what it means to lose something in the world of the possession, where he will lose things. Now, here he has lost his favorite ball. He has to lost his in the further life also, lost his further toys and the peoples also. So this is a lesson for him that he will buy some more to replace the one lost, but would never be able to buy back the things that we had lost it. The poet does make the boy understand how this responsibilities as is immaterial. Money is external as it can't buy memory, nor can be replaced the thing that we love, the things that really matter. Now here, the poet implies that the boy's experience of losing his ball is a lesson in navigation a world filled with the materialist possessions. Now each and everyone is lost it somewhere into this materialistic world. Though this loss, the boy is gradually coming to understand the concept of loss itself. By witnessing how others must cope with similar losses, the boy begins to grasp the inevitable nature of loss and the resilience required to move forward. As he learns to stand up and face the challenges presented by the loss, he gains a deeper understanding of its true significance and the transcendent nature of possessions. Ultimately, the poet suggests that this experience will equip the boy with the strength and the wisdom needed to navigate future laws and leave them behind, having learned their profound lessons. Now here, if the question carries only 2 or 3 marks, then you will write like this, the theme and the message in those points. And if it will be in 6 marks, then I have already elaborated to you. Right? Theme. This poem can be termed as the coming of age poem that will deal with the theme of loss and suffering. The poem explores the themes of loss, growing up, and transformation of the individuality. The poet also touches on the importance of coping with the loss of things that money can't buy and moving ahead in the life. Now, what is the message here? The poet gives us the message that loss is inevitable and one must learn to bear with such loss with patience and courage. We have to face that particular loss with our patience and courage also. This poem teaches us the philosophy of life, though the loss of the ball, it tells us to accept loss and move ahead in life. Now, there are some literary devices also into this poem. So we have to focus on the literary devices also. So where is the symbolism? Symbolism means a figure of speech where an object, person, or situation has another meaning other than its literary meaning. So the symbolizes the boy's happiness, innocent days. Right? So this is here, the ball is the symbolism. I told you in the tree poem also that tree is a symbolism of women. Repetition. Repetition of words, phrases. Repetition of what? In the poem, we have seen that what, comma, what, ball, balls. Repetition of what two times and repetition of ball also. So there is the second literary device, repetition. Third literary device, anaphoria. What do you mean by anaphoria? When two consecutive lines begin with the same word. Here, merrily, merrily. Two consecutive lines means constantly following of a line are repeated with the same word. What is the boy to do now? What? Here what? In second line? What? What is he to do? Merrily bouncing down the street. Third, fourth line, merrily over there. It is in the water. Now fallen into the where? Into the gutter. Fifth, fourth. Now the fourth one, alliteration. I told you a lot of the times that alliteration means a repetition of the initial consonants. I told you about the consonants also. In the same line, what, ball, ball, buy, a back, ball. So repetition of this last word. Turtle sound, sir sound. Okay, this is the full line. That means alliteration. Now, ascendant. What do you mean by ascendant? This is the new word for you. Omission or absence of conjunction between the parts of the sentences means here, comma, then again ball, here, bouncing back, over, water. We understand this thing. Water, where? Into the, I told you, into the drainage system also. Okay, so here a sentence given, a dim, another ball is worthless. Right? Next, rhetorical question. Rhetorical question means question asked just for the sake of asking. What is he to do? Rhetorical question means we know about the answer. We already know the answer of that particular question, but we are asking the same question to them. Now, the next one is, how many we have done? 6 we have done. Now, this is the 7, 8 and 9. This poem is so big and there is the 9 literary devices. Imaginary, creating picture through words, merrily bouncing down the street. When the author says like this, that merrily bouncing down the streets, there is a kind of image in our mind that how the ball is bouncing into the streets, right? Personification, I told you that if the human being is compared with the animals, that is known as personification. Human attributes given to immaterial things, merrily bouncing down the streets. Metaphor, the ball is a metaphor for things lost it. Metaphor means there is a kind of a comment that a ball lost it and a person also lost their lives. Okay, that is known as metaphor. Now, that's it for today. Tomorrow we will start our poem line by line. Thank you so much. If any comment, if anything not understand by you, then comment it below. Thank you.